welcome to SRL 180, and where it's the home of SRL, and we've got a few new faces here. Well, a few old, a few new, and so how are we, boys?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Good, mate.
Yep.
Yeah, and we've got a couple of special guests supposed to come on today, so we'll see how that goes. So first topic is we're gonna go over the international games. So what were our thoughts on the internationals?
I think they were pretty entertaining games of footy.
Yes.
Especially the Australia-New Zealand game that was hyped up for like a week, and it was really good.
Definitely.
I think the best thing about the Australia-New Zealand game was the fact that even when the New Zealanders got down by a large margin, they still fought their way back into the game.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
the
that was
Pacific,
definitely
Pacific and the other game was very high scoring as well, in my opinion. That was
Yep, 25-24.
yeah. But it annoyed me that this was controversial. The field goal that was kicked by one of the most controversial SRL players. That's what annoyed me, man. I don't know about yous.
Who's one of the most controversial SRL players?
Charlie Butler.
Why? Why is he controversial? Did I miss something?
Yeah, he's a bit of a troll. He's a bit annoying at times. So I don't want to get into it.
All right, then we'll just move on.
Yeah, we'll just move on, and we'll go back to the Australian-New Zealand game. That was a great game of footy. Great game of footy.
Terrific.
Yeah. So there was some. Who are our standout players for that game? Well, I think it was a team performance really from both sides. Really.
Yeah, I think both teams played really well. I think the biggest thing for me was the fact that New Zealand never stopped trying. They kept pushing forward. They kept going at them and ended up bringing the game pretty tight despite being down by, I think, 16 points at one point, was it?
Yep,
Yeah.
that was.
Very good for them. I thought the halves brought it well for them this side for New Zealand. The halves played well. That's what got them back in the game. But
yeah, definitely.
At the end of the day, it was not their day.
Yeah.
So,
I was a bit surprised to see a try from Luke Short though. That was pretty good. It's always nice when a forward grabs one.
Yeah.
One of the big boys up front.
Yeah, for sure.
He always knows how to find his way to the line.
Yeah, he always does, doesn't he?
It's like the Mark Nicholas of the SRL.
But he's like, I think there was comments just showing us that he's the player that's about the only player that's up there in the top, hasn't got any extra upgrades really. Without captain upgrades or something like that, he's about what you get when you just upgrade, and then you get betting once or twice. He was about 64, 63. I think so. He's a pretty good high overall for me. So now I think that's it. We need to talk about for the internationals. Let's go to the trades. Trade window open today. So what's happened?
It did. Well, we've had a couple of interesting trades, I will say so. I think I woke up and there was already like 3 trades made, which was shocking to me. I think the biggest one has to be Corey Bell and Chaz Dingo swapping teams. That's a big one.
Yeah, it's pretty huge, isn't it?
Yeah, massive.
That is probably like we have the New South Wales captain going to the Rabbitohs, and then the Seagulls picking up Corey Bell, who's also an amazing player. So, yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. Do you think South's won that trade a bit more though? In my opinion,
I think South's probably got the better deal of it, but maybe Seagulls see something in Corey Bell, but they don't see Chaz Dingo. We'll have to wait and see.
They got Sam Herbin too, so I don't know who's going to play fullback.
I've heard rumours that Corey Bell's going to play on the wing. Which if they're playing him on the wing, that's a huge steal for the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, that could be dangerous.
Yeah. We saw on the wing in the Australian-New Zealand game, he really struggled there before Chance Bunt's concussion forced him to play in the fullback position. That was good for him. Like to see that. So what was the next trade?
We have that was not the first trade. That was just the one that stood out for me. We also had a few. We had Michaelia Morris. I don't know how to say that first name. From the Rabbitohs going to the Seagulls, and we had Lennox Prakish going to the Rabbitohs. One of very interesting how many trades Rabbitohs are making. It seems like they're trying to buy a premiership, which we'll see if it pays off.
Yeah, it's. I do like what the Rabbitohs are doing there, but I also think that the Rabbitohs could pay off, or it could just really hurt them in the butt. Well, it could hurt them in the butt, but I like what they're doing. Well, I don't think they haven't lost too many men either. They kept most of their men, which is pretty good for them.
Yeah.
From just the trades alone, Souths do look like one of the teams to look at for season 2 so far. That is only day one of the trade.
Another one that we have from my team actually, the Panthers picked up Sony Taya from the Raiders, and we offered them and Raiders picked up Alex Chen from, of course, the Panthers. As that was another interesting trade.
What do you think of that trade, Lachlan?
I think it's a good trade. I think we picked up Sony Taya. I'm still not sure how to say that last name. Just for more to cover in halfbacks. Since the only other we do have quite a few halfbacks on our list, but we don't. They're all secondary positions and from forwards. So having a player who's probably can more slot into the halves easier if an injury does occur is very useful.
No, I think it's a great trade for the Panthers, but also Sonny Taya had started the year in the Origin position. He really struggled in that position, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think he's more likely to probably go on the wing to start the season at least, but we could find him in the halves if later down the track.
So what's the next trade, boys?
We have a double trade for Jordan Williams, Kurt Moore and Nicholas Ether to the Cowboys, and Jordan Williams to the South Sydney Rabbitohs. I like it.
That's interesting. 2 players for one.
Very.
I heard though that there was rumours that Luke Marcus wanted more because he didn't get compensation from the transfer. He still wanted more, I heard, but who knows?
I gave him Will Kaye pretty much. I gave him that pick.
That could have been Will Kaye, basically. So he wants Will Kaye, then yeah, fine. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely like the trade. Jordan Williams is a good player, and Kurt Moore and Keeper, great players. But I just think that it was probably a great trade for the South Sydney Rabbitohs because I heard he may be playing lock, which is a pretty good play for him. He's good at ball playing.
But the thing is, that the Cowboys have 18 players and now the Rabbitohs have 16. So
that's what I was wondering. I was wondering how they're going to make this up because they have more players than they need.
Do they have to cut one?
I think they have to give us one.
But it's their choice, is it?
Yep.
Their choice. Yeah, I had to say, like, if the Rabbitohs got the choice, it's unfair.
So they have 18 players. That doesn't.
That means they have to give the Rabbitohs one player, or the Rabbitohs I think can sign one, but they have to cut one. I think the Rabbitohs get to choose. I think
the Cowboys would have to probably. There's the Cowboys probably have to cut one, but then it's not necessarily Broncos will pick it up. I think maybe, but it's an interesting trade.
Yeah, definitely.
The final one we got is Luke Thompson off to the Raiders and Chris Lord going to the Seagulls.
Oh.
Wow.
That is an interesting trade.
What
do you think of that one, boys?
Chris Lord to the Seagulls. What position? Is he a rookie?
Yep.
Big call there by the Raiders. Yeah. Already sending off one of the young guns.
Yeah, but I don't get why I need him because I think they have already like 2 to 3 halves already. I don't get why they needed that trade. I think that was a waste. In my opinion, that's a waste of the trade.
Yeah, I think they would have got more out of Chris Lord, to be honest. He's a rookie, he's young, he could have
He's a
to
fraud.
throw him away. The only thing I can think of, right, is that maybe Chris Lord wanted to leave and really wanted to go to the Eagles, but then the Eagles didn't pick him up. So then the Raiders have said, well, if you give us this player, you can have Chris Lord back.
Yeah, I think the Seagulls win this one.
Yeah. Okay. I think the Seagulls definitely won that one. And so next up we got the draft recap. The second round was also posted this morning. Go through the couple picks that we have. The first round recap basically, and then we'll go through the second round as well. What was that first round recap basically?
All right, so I'll just read them out as we go. Pick 1 for the Raiders was Bo Sadler. What do you think of it? I think that was an obvious first pick for me.
That was a pretty obvious first pick.
I think another really obvious one was Sam Herbert going to the second pick.
Oh, I heard the former Seagulls captain didn't want him, but obviously he's not the captain because he stepped down and went to the Rabbitohs.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter that he didn't want him. So.
But we had Cherry Evans going to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I like that. I do.
I think that was a smart move by the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Personally, and then the first rookie being picked, actually, Joshua Butterfield to the Panthers.
Yeah.
I won't say much about that one because that's my team. But what do you boys think about it?
I think that's a great pick from the Panthers. I think if you start going bad, you have a great fullback or slash wing fullback / half. So if you don't do too well in those departments, maybe Fisher can call them in and go, well, let's call the rookie and let's see what he can do for us and see if he can light some spark. Or even he'll start. I think this season he's going to start the utility, isn't he?
Not too. I think that's what I'm hearing because we signed him as sort of like because we have like no other fullbacks on attack apart from our starting fullback. So I think his role will be if our fullback gets injured, then he'll come on in that fullback.
Yeah. So next pick was the fifth pick was who had the fifth? Was it the Eels? No,
Eels picked Abraham Walker.
Oh, I thought he was seventh or something. No, so he was the fifth. Okay, so what do we think on this, boys? I think it's a great pick. I don't know if I necessarily thought I agreed with him getting selected in the Kiwis side, but I do think it was a good pick from the Eels there.
He's the one player that Parramatta actually need.
But honestly though, and an interview we're gonna have on Will Kaye soon. But I don't get why the Eels didn't pick Will Kaye. They need a half, in my opinion. They need him.
Who are their halves?
Isn't Abraham Walker a half himself? Could I be wrong in that?
No, he's a prop.
Oh,
forward. Big forward.
I thought for some reason it was a half. My bad. That's
but they obviously believe in Charlie Butler. They obviously believe in him because if I was the Parramatta Eels in that situation, I would have been picking up Will Kaye.
Yeah, I would have been going for Will Kaye. But at the end of the day, what is Parramatta's loss is Cowboys pick up and they got Will Kaye, so that's a great pick up by the Cowboys. Pretty bit lucky that they even got to pick him, but yeah, good job.
So now we're gonna have the interviewee Will Kaye on for an interview. Welcome.
Thanks, boys, for having me.
No problems. So, what was your thoughts on getting picked by Cowboys?
I'll be honest. They were one of the ones that shocked me. Really, I wasn't expecting to be picked by Cowboys. That was one of the last teams I thought I'd be picked by. Just because they were that was one of the captains that didn't reach out to me during the weeks coming up to the draft. But yeah, I'm happy to be there. And they've been really nice to me so far.
Hey, well, fantastic rookie game, mate. How do you think you went?
Yeah, mate. I thought I went all right. Honestly, I think I left a couple of penalties there. and an error or two, a couple of missed tackles. So I think that I've got to improve my defense and my discipline coming in with these next couple games.
Yep.
Hey,
You got-
Will, has Luke reached out to you about what position you'll be playing?
Yeah, Luke's reached out to me. He reached out to me last night after the draft. He said that I will be playing in the 6 jersey, and that position's all mine.
Oh, yep. So you're going to play with Rohan Kowal, I'm assuming.
Yes, he'll be on the other side of the field. Yeah.
Yeah, Rohan Kowal is a very good partner. Played with him for the Cowboys. Good partner. Hopefully you do well there.
Thank you.
Yeah, but how do you think on the I'm saying that you've been reasonably active. So, what do you think on the Discord's community? Do you think they're a good community so far?
From what I've told, yeah, like these blokes that are in here, yeah, really good people. The rookies that I've chatted to, they've all been really nice. We've helped each other understand the system, and everyone else has been really welcoming.
Great. We've got a question for Will.
You guys pretty much said everything.
Yeah, but yeah.
So we have sorry to change the subject real quick, but we do have breaking news from the Broncos captain himself. He's just given us his word that Peter Retro will be captain of the SRL 9. So congrats on him.
Yeah, great move from the Broncos. I say why, because we'll get into this later a bit more, but one of the two top players of the side can only play overalls rise. Only one of the top two can actually play in the SRL. Can actually play in the SRL 9. So one has to sit out.
Yeah, I thought it was one of the top 3. Sorry, but one of the top 2 must be.
Yeah, so it's one has to sit out. Yeah, it's probably smart.
Yeah, and they also have to pick all the rookies, so that'll be interesting.
They don't. No, I think they have to pick 2 of their drafted players to play in the. So they have to pick 2 of their drafted players to be in the 9. So, which is
it's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, which is gonna hurt sometimes because if you got two high rated overalls, 2 top really high ones, and you're gonna be a bit lucky, or vice versa. Yeah, I think that it's going to be a good, but I think
it changes the whole dynamic.
Yeah, definitely. I think any team could have won. Any team can win it now. Cause
I think it will just come down to who turns up on the day, pretty much, or over the 3 days. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's gonna have if you got a bit of speed, I think you're gonna necessarily do a bit better, but. Even though the 9s will be fun, I think maybe it's 9s necessarily always isn't the best thing to do well in. Because if you do well in that, but then have a crap season, then
yeah, I mean, we've seen it before. I think 2020 in of course NRL real life. We've seen before where teams do really well in the 9s. Like I think Cowboys have won it twice.
Yeah,
and both. I think maybe 1 year. Actually, I think 2015 they won the 9s and the premiership.
Yeah,
so I think
we actually did. Yeah.
yeah, that's a very good example.
But 2020 we did win the 9s, and then we came, I think, last and then we came close to last on the table. But in 2015, I think we're the only side to actually come win the premiership, do very well in the premiership race, and win the NRL 9. So. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It wasn't a very good example. Now I think about that one. I was like, anyway. Let's move on. But yeah, I think it's going to be good. I think the best thing about the night's going to be showcasing some of the young talent we have coming in, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, same. But let's get back on the draft. I think that. So who was pick 7?
Jackson Cutler for the Warriors.
Yep, great pick. I think he probably could have been picked a little later, but who knows? I think he's a great pickup.
I would have snatched him.
Yeah. But did the Warriors pick before the Souths had their pick again?
Well, we would have been the 6th pick.
Yeah, so that's unlucky, yeah. You wouldn't think you would have picked Cutler, wouldn't you? Or,
what I really find interesting about the draft, though, is the fact that the Eagles get to pick 5th despite winning the premiership, which is really interesting.
That's a real interesting move, and I don't think it's fair.
I think it's probably not necessarily the fairest thing, but it's based on how they finished to the ladder, and they finished.
So they did have to come from the bottom. So maybe it is a little.
But we'll have to see how they go there.
Yeah, definitely. But it gives the Eels a better chance to do even better, which is going to be good for them.
Yeah. So the 8th pick is Jordan Ford.
Yeah.
What do you think about him, boys?
Pretty big boy up the front, big bopper.
Yeah, he's played good for the Warriors.
Yeah.
I think it's a great signing.
Yeah.
Draft pick.
Then we've got Joshua Suliruka, who is actually played in the under-20s team before, which is interesting. I think he brings a lot of experience to that Warriors team. Obviously, they just won a premiership. They don't. They just got runners up. Maybe that's the experience they need to maybe go a step further next year and win the premiership.
Yeah. It's going to be a good side for the Eels. I think the Warriors can push for the premiership again, but it's going to be very tough because I've heard people are still riding them off for. It was a very lucky run for most rookie. They wouldn't even know about this, but the Warriors weren't the most active side last year and almost won the premiership. So it really showed not too much about being active.
When they played the grand final, they had like 2 actives, Chance Bunce and Mark Austin in the back 5.
What the hell? That is...
That last week, by the way, my team literally had the most we had active the entire season. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's pretty... It's like... It seems like the Cowboys and Warriors, like, they had more than... They had more, so... It's really weird. I don't know. It's just a really weird thing that they can have that many active but still run for the comp.
I think it more showcases how good players like Chance Bunce are. I think Chance Bunce is probably one of the star players in the NRL, and I think that if he had maybe a better team behind him, we might be able to see it like more in the season.
He definitely was one of the better players, but I still think he's a fair bit behind the top 2 in Chaz Dingo, and I don't know the others, but I think he's still a little bit behind Chaz Dingo in the fullback race.
I think Chaz Dingo is definitely probably better than him, but I don't think it's that much behind. I'd probably say he's probably the second best fullback in the game behind Dingo.
Yeah.
Which is why it's still crazy to me that the trade before that the Rabbitohs the Seagulls gave him up for Corey Bell, but yeah.
I don't know. I heard Bunce reports that he could be traded from the Warriors, but I think that's pretty false. Probably having a laugh, so.
I can't see him being traded from the Warriors. I mean, it's just the team he's such a pivotal part of their side that if he were to go, I feel like the entire team would fall apart.
Okay, if he was to go to another side, he would just be the Warriors would be done.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the next pick?
We got Luka Moscow, which is off the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, it didn't make sense earlier last night. But for most people, I already knew this was happening. Most of the trades were happening for the Rabbitohs, but it didn't make sense last night for a lot of people. But tonight, this morning, it made all made sense. The Luka Moscow pick.
Yeah, because they were giving away
Kurt.
when they got rid of whoever. Oh, they got rid of someone. I can't remember now.
They got rid of Kurt Moore. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
So it all made sense that they got another winger. That's why they got another winger, basically.
Yep.
So I think it was a great pick from the Rabbitohs, honestly. So who was next on the draft boards?
We have Huey Smith, another rookie. I think interesting pickup. He's a let me just look at his position. He's a halfback and center. Yeah, I think that's a good pickup for the fucking who was it again? Oh my god, I'm just talking about it. It was the Eels, right? I think it's a good pickup for the Eels. They need halves, and I think he can do that. He has great passing skill. Saw it myself. Again, good. I think he had a decent game on the weekend and in the rookie trial game, and I think that's a good pickup by the Eels.
Yeah, great pickup. I agree with that. It was a great pickup from the Parramatta for the Eels. But if I'm being honest, some of these players I don't know, and this is one of them. I've never heard of them before the draft. Sorry, so I can't say too much about him.
Aaron Boo, or
Brian Boom. I know who he is. I know who he is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Byron Boone, I actually thought he had a really underrated game on the weekend. He had 3 try assists from dummy half, all sort of like looking around, just seeing where he could pop up. He sort of popped up, give a few short balls, and ended up getting 3 try assists. And I thought he had an underrated game on the weekend. I think that's a great pickup by the Seagulls. I think he could be in for a big season, big first rookie season.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, Lachlan. I definitely think we could have seen a little bit more from him, even though he did get the 3 try assists. I still feel like he could have pushed a little bit extra. And I agree with you. Yeah, it will be a massive pickup.
Yeah, especially since Ash Crutcher left the Seagulls. He's going to play a pivotal role.
Can someone tell me where Ash Crutcher gone? Because he's not actually classed that he has actually left the Seagulls, because he's still on that roster.
I don't think he has left the Seagulls. I think it's still at the Seagulls, but I think he probably is on the out.
I know he's gone somewhere, but he's not like fully gone yet. So I know he's gone somewhere, but he hasn't gone yet. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who was the next pick who picked next?
It was the
Raiders.
Let me just get it up. It was the Raiders.
Who'd they get?
Tyler Weston.
Weston. Yeah, that's a great pickup. I think he'll be a great 14. I think I've noticed he's pretty good at being active on the server, and he's going to be a great pickup for the Raiders.
Weston also had quite a good game. He was the Blue 7, I believe, and he also converted 4 from 4 tries. It's pretty good.
4 from 4 on conversions?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, pretty good. I like that from Mr. Weston. Tyler Weston.
Yeah. So then the next pick we have Samuel Lillard, also for the Raiders.
In my opinion, that's a pretty underrated pick. But again, I don't know who he is. So what is he again? Is he that big forward? Big forward, I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows how to make moves. He's a big boy up front, and I actually think it's a nice pickup for the Raiders. They need some more of those big boys, and yeah, I think he's a good pickup. I think he could even start this season for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Well, big men win big games, so obviously a forward pack is super important. I think he was up the front with Stace DePace in the rookie game on the Orange team. He was fantastic. Those two together were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a good Raiders side. People are riding them off. Like, I don't think that.
I don't think they'll get Wooden Spoon. I honestly think that it won't be them. I think they'll finish.
The amount of picks they get, and the amount of, unless they drafted terrible players, I don't think they could. They literally couldn't finish 9. They couldn't finish 8 with the draft capital they had.
They're a very young side, so
that's the thing. They are a very young side, and sometimes young sides can choke under pressure. We'll have to see whether they can handle it or whether they melt.
I think though at least they're gonna win one game. Like we saw last season, no side didn't win a game. I think
obviously they'll win a game. I think that every team will win at least one game. Every team will at least lose one game. I just think it's will be just based on what games they do win and what they can do.
Yeah. I mean, they got a lot of draft capital. I just can't see them coming last, man.
I think it's also some of the picks they made were I think some of the better players in it. They obviously got their first pick was Bo Sadler.
Yeah.
And then despite it being 18, 19 picks later, they also then ended up picking Hayden Yates. So yeah. Anyway, the 15th pick was Tierra Maxwell.
So that's probably, is that something to do with
That's for the Warriors.
Is that something to do with Tamari Martin? I just thought when I heard that is there something to do with Tamari Martin or something?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I hope he can fill this inactive backline as he is a center, and with him Cutler too, that could be dangerous.
Yeah. I think he will definitely stop serving there considering how inactive the backline is. And speaking of stays the pace, the Raiders also managed to shock Samuel Lillard's prop buddy in the rookies game. So the Raiders also picked up stays to pace. So I think that's two very strong rookie forwards. I think they're probably some of the best props they had to pick from out of the rookies.
Stace was definitely the standout rookie forward for me in the game. So yeah, that's massive pickup for the Raiders, and let's see what he can do.
Yeah.
Who is next on that pick? Because I like that pick personally, definitely.
Next we got JMs for the Warriors.
Ooh, I think I heard he was pretty good in the try game.
Yeah, he's a winger.
He made a few line breaks. I think he had a decent game.
Yeah. And I think so. Who was next on the draft boards?
Chris Lord, who we've already seen is off to can't remember what team it is now.
Manly.
Manly, right?
We can probably skip that on there.
Yeah.
We already talked about that trade. So now we got who's next after him?
Hayden Yates.
Oh, he was picked very late, wasn't he?
I was surprised how long it took for him to get picked, being a
free agent. I didn't expect them to go 19th to 20th. I didn't expect them to be there for the Raiders to pick up straight under their wing.
Yeah, it was
funny.
Interesting.
That was interesting that they got that Yates on. I expected Yates to be picked in the first 10 at the latest.
I think Yates is one of the best picks in the draft.
But he can be. He's known to have issues where he hogs the ball.
That is true, but I think his pros outweigh his cons, and I think considering he's picked 19th, that's a great
pick. That's a great pick for 19. Yes, that is. I do agree with you there. Yeah. So, what was the last pick of the round one?
Well, it was David Smith, but then he retired, so technically nobody.
Okay. Well, was that for Manly, wasn't it?
No, it's for the Raiders,
yeah. All right. Why did you retire? Anyone heard the details on that?
I just think he didn't want to be in the SRL.
Couldn't cut the mustard. Yeah.
Don't know why he joined in the first place. Then who knows? Now we got interviewee here. Another interviewee, Joshua Butterfield, the number 4 overall pick. How is I?
Yeah, doing pretty good. Pretty stoked after last night. Yeah.
How did it feel to be picked the first rookie?
Oh yeah. To be honest, I really thought that Kaye was actually going to be first pick. He played really well in
the trials.
In the trials, yeah, and got a fair bit of minutes on the Pacific vs. World. But yeah, I was pretty stoked.
You took away man of the match the other night in the trial game. How do you think you went?
Yeah, it was mainly because of 2 tries that were. The first one was just a very well placed grubber by I think it was White, I believe. But yeah, I thought I did pretty well.
Yeah,
what were your thoughts? What were your thoughts when Nathan picked you up?
Oh, I was genuinely surprised because I haven't actually been really contacted by any of the captains. I only got really contacted by Joey, and he was only looking for second rows and stuff. But yeah, I was really surprised. But I've got a couple mates already at the Panthers, so looking to link up with them. So yeah.
Wow. We've just got breaking news here. We've got the Seagulls and Manly Warringah Seagulls have released their Nines team list. The 9 members that will be playing in the Nines here. We have got Sam Herban at 1, two Michael Crimp, Chapman Kenny at 3, Lewis at 4, Such at 5, 6 Harris, vice captain, 7 Ash Crutcher, 8 Daniel Punch, 9 Albi Akarangi. It's a bit of a surprise to not see Corey Bell on the side.
I think they want to make sure he's like fresh for round 1. Maybe test out on the rookies to see how they go, and yeah.
Maybe Corey Bell is the second highest, or even the highest rated player for Manly.
Yeah, he's one of the highest rated players. And so is Sam Herban, so they can't be on the same team.
Yes,
No,
yes.
Yep. Rules.
Oh, but so what did you? I heard that Kaye, you just picked this up. They were leaked it accidentally. Was that true?
Yeah. Just got the fastest draw in the West kind of thing. Clicked on it and got it
downloaded. Yeah, downloaded it. Good job, man. But yeah, I think it's a good side. But yeah, but Butterfield definitely is a great pickup for them, for the Panthers.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah. So, but they're definitely gonna be a great. I've heard that. What's your thoughts on gonna be maybe playing on the bench, maybe as a utility?
Yeah. I'm just looking to play any minutes possible. Just really get any game time. Like I already know that the halves are pretty strong. You've got James Thorne, who's representative, and Kennedy, who I also believe is a representative. So, sorry, Kennedy at fullback. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like that, I wouldn't mind playing utility just based on who's there at the moment.
Hey, Butterfield. So with of course being at the Panthers, the new rules mean that 16th and 17th players on the bench means that you can they can sub anywhere on the field. Have you thought the possibility that you might be playing prop this year?
Okay. Well, like I said, I'll be happy to play. Like any game time possible. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. I've learned that it's not a bad thing to play prop. Like smaller bodies, unless you're not like really small and your weight actually holds up, you're actually not that bad of a chance of doing well in the game.
Don't worry, mate. If you're on my side, I'll protect you. I won't let anyone get near you.
Oh, not if I get to him first, see?
Oh, Jordan.
That sounds like a threat.
No, I'll give you a big hug on the field. It's fine.
No, but I wouldn't mind playing prop. Like, just want to get out on the field and really give back to the team that's really given me a big chance in the SRL and given a lot of that have had a lot of confidence in me.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you play 16 or 17, you could potentially either play. I think you could play anywhere, so you could play halves or maybe even fullback.
Starting on the bench is a good way to get some confidence up anyway. You know?
Yeah. I don't think you want to be rushed. I don't think you want to be rushed into it. Like Kaye, who's still there, is having to start at the number 6 role, which could be a good thing, but it could be a very bad thing. Because if he starts poorly, he could be definitely pushed onto the bench very quickly by the captain, Luke Marcus.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Butterfield and will both be fine in their first couple of games.
Yeah, I've been having talks with Kaye ever since the rookie trial. Yeah, he'll be fine. He's up for any challenge.
Cheers,
Yeah,
mate.
I definitely think I was just saying that as an example. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's good. It's good to play on the bench to learn. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think Josh in particular coming off the bench. If I was the captain, I'd put him straight into lock off the bench. Just have him running around the middle of the field, stepping people, going through
Yeah.
the middle, try and make some line breaks and capitalize off that.
Yeah. Big-
Guys, Chapman Kenny has said that wasn't his official team, and he
Ooh.
said he's going to make some changes. So
I didn't expect that to be because there was a lot of things that didn't really. Yeah, so sorry guys, that's my bad. That's our bad. But Chapman Kenny, if that's not a real side, that's probably a good thing because Corey Bell, I would have expected to be in that side, honestly. So, and the halves probably
The
aren't
thing I want to know
strongest.
though is how did it get leaked in the first place, and why is it here now?
I don't know, honestly.
Like, there has to be some truth into it. Like, maybe this doesn't want because then I might be able to we could start prepping and be like, all right, well then who do we want to go up against this team?
Well, at the very least, you would expect the vice captain and captain to start. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Don't know really why it's a different. It's a sort of thing that's like, well, I don't know if Chapman Kenny actually really. Chapman Kenny definitely. I think he's probably trying to just trick us now. Who knows?
Mind games.
Yeah.
That's all they do nowadays.
Very early mind games.
I don't think it's going to be a good. I do think it's the halves pairing doesn't seem right to me. I don't think it's Kyle Lewis and such. I haven't really heard of too much. So, guys, let's do the speed. Let's try and go a bit faster on the round 2 now, because I think we probably haven't got too much longer for yours.
Yes.
all right.
So who was the top
We had
5?
Cooper
We'll go.
Gronk.
We'll go
Cooper
5
Gronk.
picks. We'll go the first 5 and then we'll recap that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we got Cooper Gronk going to the Broncos.
Mhm.
Yeah. He had an all right game in the rookie trials. I know that Joey at the Broncos was definitely looking for a center, and I think that he'll fill that position.
Yeah. Who's the next one?
Damian Moana
Yes.
for the Warriors.
Great pickup.
Yeah, Moana's
I was
a gun.
surprised he was picked in the second round, honestly. He had a really good game in the trials. He made a lot of line breaks. I think he may have scored as well.
I don't know. I don't know if this is supposed to be leaked. I don't want to say this, so I'm not going to say what I want to say.
Yeah, no, I was also really surprised by Moana being picked in the second round. He topped tackle breaks in the trial game and just made a lot of meters.
It's a good pickup by the Warriors. That's what I'll say. I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was a great pickup in my opinion. So who was the next pick?
Jai McCartney for South Sydney.
Great.
It's an awesome
great
pick.
utility. Yeah, great utility.
I'm thinking of potentially even putting him in the halves, but he can be a backup lock too. So
What for the
fill that
Nines?
16 role.
For the
Yeah.
Nines?
I think I'm gonna actually have to play him in the Nines.
Yeah, I think you actually have to play him because if you're gonna play if you want to play someone else in the 6, if your halves aren't performing, then who knows? But yeah, you have to play top 2, don't you? So it's really gonna be a tough position.
He's very versatile.
Yeah. Yep, I agree with that. Who's the next pick?
Jaden White to the Parramatta Eels.
Oh, great pickup. Great pickup. Definitely. Has anyone really seen anything out of Jaden White?
Yeah, like I said in the trial game, he had some very good kicks. Like he had some very good grubber kicks, some very good hands. Got a couple try assists, I believe. Just played pretty well.
Okay, so who was the next pick?
Sean Bradford.
Yep.
Sean
right.
Bradford. That was
To the Panthers.
to the Panthers. Ooh. It's not. That's a pretty good pickup in my opinion. But,
What positions?
Not too sure. I don't have the thing up. I don't have access to the document anymore. I don't think.
yeah, I think it's because
He's an edge. He's a
Comish
backer.
only gives it to the captains now. So if you're not a captain, you're bad luck. You haven't got too much stuff for now. Which is sad, pretty much. I don't know. Yeah, but so who was the next pick from
It was
John
John Harden to
Harden?
the Cowboys.
Wow, great pickup again.
Yeah, Cowboys really got some really good rookies in the draft, didn't they?
Yeah, but they're gonna have a really young side rolling around. They have a really young side, and if you look at their side, I think they've got about 3 or 4 on that side who are going to be experienced players. You got Kowal, they still haven't. Did they get a fullback? I don't know who's going to play fullback personally.
Kurt Moore could.
Kurt Moore definitely could, yeah.
Cherry Evans, mate.
Cherry Evans, he could play fullback as well, yeah. Definitely. Cherry Evans could play fullback. There's a few options, but from what I'm hearing from the Cowboys captain, he wants an elite fullback. He thinks if they get an elite fullback, they could make the finals.
Surely get Deckers in the one jersey there. Big Declan Murphy.
Oh yeah, he could play. Is he a hooker fullback?
No, he's a hooker
He's a
half.
hooker half.
He'd be very enthusiastic about the number 1 jersey, I'm sure.
Jakey Granville sort of thing.
Shaky Granville sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah. I think they might actually have to make their own elite fullback.
Yeah, for a rookie or something. I was thinking maybe go. I thought that Kaye was Kaye was actually a 5'8" fullback, but he's a 5'8" centre, which could really, from what you could learn very quickly, that he's going to regret picking centre as his second. Because if he's putting the centres, I don't like playing centres personally.
But you got to have centers. They've got to make the sacrifice.
Yeah. But doesn't it suck moving from playing from the halves and then going to the centres? So less touches on the ball. That's what sucks. That centre.
We'll see. I'm hoping that I'll get to play 5'8". And
Yeah.
by the looks of things, I will, but that may change at any moment.
Yep. Basically. Luke's got control of that, so yeah. Who was the next pick?
Oh, I don't have it up at the moment. It was Isaac Such for the Seagulls.
Such the Seagulls. What position?
Fullback and halfback.
So where do we think he's gonna? Do we think he's gonna slot in the halves? Do we think he could play in the halves, or do you think he's gonna play in
halves?
Don't know.
They've got McKerney.
They've got like a lot of 5'8", don't they?
No, I don't actually think they've got as many as we think. Now that I think about it, I had about McKern. They were playing a winger at 5'8". Now Thompson's gone, so they're gonna lack on halves. They may have to play at least one of their rookie halves.
Oh,
Well, looking at the unofficial team list, they have Isaac Such in the halves.
Yes, they do. I did say that. Yeah.
So that could give us an indication.
So we're back onto the Raiders now. Jacob Morrison. Is he I don't know. It doesn't tell me. But I've just got the thing up. Just put the thing up so we can. I think he is a second row.
No, he's a centre winger.
Sorry, Jacob, if you're watching this. He's probably watching this and fuming at me. I don't know. Most people, I only know the players that have been inactive or whatever. Next player, Marshall Bruce.
Again, another winger, centre for the Raiders. So they've got a couple outside backs piling up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of outside backs, eh? And the
Yeah.
rookies?
Uh-huh.
Lot.
For the entire second half of the draft, there was not one forward.
Really? Forward in demand,
Well,
eh?
second row, but half of them were second positions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But no props, no locks.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so there's like, that just should be like, wow, playing lock or prop. So that players, most teams apparently have locks and props covered. Well, they just didn't think there was many there to choose from. One of the two. So next we got Kai Tobin. What position is he?
I think initially Kai signed up as a hooker, but he's a prop now.
Oh,
The Eagles. Oh, is that your mate?
Yep.
yeah, that's your mate. Oh, Ja.
Oh, well.
Ja,
I mean,
Ja, you were
him-
supposed to draft him.
Nah, it's all right.
Yeah, but Kai's just now going to be like, what are you doing, mate? I thought you was going to be drafted by me.
Yeah, I'll probably get an angry message tomorrow or something.
When he finds out that he was drafted by the
Because
Seagulls.
he's a massive para fan too.
So
like IRL,
that would really suck for him, wouldn't it? I think he'd be fine being selected by the
That's right.
Cowboys or
he
something.
can still get a trade.
He
but-
could.
As of now, I think he'll partner Macaulay Morris, who came from South here, or either even replace Lennox Bacrash.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, true.
Jamie, next for the Cowboys, Jamie Lees. I swear, there's so many players that I think, are these like brothers or something?
Fullback
Or
wing.
people? Jamie
Fullback
Lee,
wing.
is he related to Mark Lee by any chance? You reckon?
I have no clue.
It could just be a super, super common last name because Lee is a pretty common last name.
Yes, it is. It is. Do agree with that.
I don't know where he fits in this side, though, because the Cowboys have signed plenty of outside backs now.
Yeah, I don't know where he fits. Definitely. Don't know where he's going to fit in that side, but who knows. Tyler Adamadi, I think. He's next, yeah.
For Penrith. Okay. I mean, he's the second last rookie. Fullback center
Yeah.
for Penrith.
I think he's just purely backup now. Purely backup for Penrith. There's no way a Butterfield's not starting, then no way he's going to take a starting role, in my opinion. Unless he plays a bit of centre.
Yeah. Our final draft pick for the Parramatta Eels, well, our final rookie of it,
Yeah.
is Damien Shelford.
Well, that's a...
I can't say I'm familiar. What is his positions?
He's actually a 5'8" for Parramatta.
Well, I think he's a backup again. Backup. Which is basically what most of these are, just backup picks. They could take a role if they in Parramatta. That's probably his best team to go for. If you're a halve and you want to go to somewhere that you can maybe steal the halve role, that Parramatta is the side to go to.
Yeah,
Parramatta is the side. They don't have.
halves.
They have. Yes, they do. That's the side you want to go to if you're a half.
I think
Yeah.
it's a good pick because if one of the halves have a form slump, then he can just slot in straight away.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think I'd be very happy going to Parramatta.
Well, now these are all inactives for the
Yeah.
next 5, except for one who's planning to be active.
Yeah.
So the Rabbitohs, they get their first pick now, and they have gotten a hero Love from the Warriors.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
they needed a prop,
Mm.
and I have seen him online in the SRL, on Discord plenty of times. So you never know. One day I could catch him, sneak a little upgrade in. So
Yeah, you never know because like all the time, if they're on Discord heaps, but just I think the Warriors are a side that they don't. What they do is they never message their players like a captain should, in my opinion. A captain should be messaging every single player and saying, "Hey, can you upgrade? Hey, can you upgrade? Hey, can you upgrade?"
You were really good at that. Because I know there was like one or two. I think I missed
yeah, you missed one, and then I just was like, oh Jesus, we got 5 upgrades. What do I do?
Yeah.
Oh God.
And then we lost and then we won a huge losing streak after that game. After we won that game apparently when we got 5 upgrades, and I'm like, I think in the final week or something we got like 8 upgrades, and then and I'm like, ooh. But just remember, last time we got this low of upgrades, it was we won that. So, but yeah, I think that you definitely need to tell everyone need to upgrade. So you could definitely catch him online if you message him. Definitely.
Sure. The next pick for the Warriors, TJ Ashford.
Ashford
I
from the
swear-
Storm.
Didn't he? Oh yeah, the Storm. Well, he's a half. Maybe
He wasn't
Rod
active, so
Curran.
that's yeah.
Maybe Rod Curran to go back into the second row.
I don't
He's
think
been
so because
good.
he's inactive. Because Rod Curran's been too good, in my opinion, to move.
I think maybe it's just a backup.
Probably, yeah. Most days will be back up. Next, we got planning to be active. Justin Plays from the Storm.
I think he will be active.
Yeah, I think he will because I think he was just unhappy with being at the Storm. The way the Storm were going, he just didn't like it. But then a couple of weeks later, he wanted to join back, and he's really enjoyed it.
Now he's in his preferred club.
Yeah, and he'll be at his home club, so it will give him the best opportunity to be active and love the SRL.
He's a centre, and he's one of Joey's mates, so I think that's a really good signing.
Yeah, Joey, the captain's mate. So I think he'll feature in the 9 squad. Personally, I do think he will. At least in the 9 squad.
I think Joey actually did message us the 9 squad. But I think he deleted it.
He probably deleted it, knowing Joey. So
yeah. I mean, he just showed us on this chat that he deleted it. Fortunately.
Who's next?
Junior Paulini for Penrith.
I swear I recognise it. Oh, because he was inactive, wasn't he? Was he from the Parramatta Eels?
He's from the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
Oh, sorry, one club, almost.
He was one of our centers back in the when we played the Cowboys in the trial match when we got thumped.
Yeah.
He was.
Was he bad?
Yeah, well, he was average at best, but I think his lock is his best position. He's a big boy, and I think he'll. Who's Penrith's lock?
Penrith's lock is
Yeah, I'm not sure. We could have Lockie back here for this one.
Well, we just missed the Eels. We got the Eels team as well. The Eels have named their 9 squad.
Yeah.
So Eli Barnes, Isaac Simeons, Dan Mitchell, Jaden White, Cam Monster, William Jones, Tim James, Attila Settendag, and Thomas Wallace as the captain.
So I think Damien Shelford is actually Cam Monster. Believe it or not.
Damien who?
Huh? Damien Shelford in the draft. He must have changed his name.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can really talk about this yet because it hasn't been posted in Team List Friday, but got the Panthers 9 yet. Don't think I'm allowed to talk about that at the moment.
Yeah, maybe just save that one.
Yeah.
So So you got the 9. So I think that's fair. If you're gonna post it, if you got the 9, but it's from a DM of someone, then don't reveal that.
Well, we got the Broncos team too, so they are coming in like flyers. Pete Veretto at fullback, the captain, Sanderson and Cooper Gronk, Levi Raymond and Robinson in the halves, and in the forward pack, Jackson Allison, Simon Hunt, David Hastings, and Malachi Bergen.
So is Simon Hunt going to play hooker?
Yep.
Hooker, wow. I've never seen him play hooker.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough... And I've heard the Rabbitohs are wanting to make a versatile side, but it's going to be tough to make a versatile side. Because when you make a versatile side and you don't have an interchange, it's very hard to change things around and fix stuff around to get someone somewhere else. Because you have to fix a lot of things around. move a lot of things around, in my opinion, to get there. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, so the last pick was for the North Queensland Cowboys, the 20th pick. The last pick of the SRL Season 2 draft was Jay Fogarty, Parramatta.
That's a steal.
Yeah, it is. Isn't he inactive?
Well, guess what? Believe it or not, he's actually Luke Malka's friend. So
Oh,
I reckon.
I reckon
when he
Luke
said-
will actually get him active, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. So I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if he becomes active again, the Cowboys, that's a great pick.
Yeah, great pickup from the Cowboys. Yeah. Yeah, but it's gonna be so. We're probably gonna leave this episode here.
Wait. I'm just writing down my team.
Okay, you can write down your team, and then we'll go through that, and that will be the episode.
Yeah, but just chat amongst yourselves about, I don't know, something.
Yeah, let's just chat about a bit more about the Nines, because we haven't really went into that as much as we probably should have. But let's go through the rules. Have I got that on my computer? Okay, I'll put it up. Where did I put it? I put it here. Okay.
It's
So
like
regarding
17 minutes in total or something.
it's 18 minutes per
18?
game. Yeah, so the squad of 9, interchange is turned off. You got to name a 9-man squad, which is what they're doing. You got no interchange, so just 9 men that are being sent. Only one of your top 2 ranked players, based on overalls, can be picked. So that means, for example, the Panthers, I think one of Nathan Fisher, and I don't know who else, but one of the other, James Foreman, Dawn, I'm assuming, will have to sit out and not play the Nines. At least 2 new players from the Season 2 draft must play with at least one being a rookie. And 3 backs, 2 halves, 4 forwards, based on primary and secondary positions. AG, a halfback/fullback, could play halves or backs, which is huge.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty exciting, eh?
Yeah, I'm actually hyped, man. I'm hyped for this.
Is it this week?
Nah, it's way later than this week.
Oh, damn.
It's not this close. I think it's still 3 or 4 weeks away.
Isn't it the 4th and the 5th and the 6th?
Yeah, I think it's the 24th. So we're 2 weeks away. About
It's
2.
the 4th till the 6th of October.
Yes, so 2 weeks. 2 weeks about.
All
Not
right.
that far away. So that's the end of the holidays. Oh, dang it! Why'd they have to make it the end of the holidays?
Oh, that's a bit odd.
That's a bit odd for getting more views, because imagine if it's like in midday, because I don't think, how are they going to be able to get like so many games done 3 days? It's usually pre-recorded as well, unless they live stream. Okay, so you've just written down the Rabbitohs side. One Luka Moscow, that's a great pick at 1, in my opinion. 2 Thomas Mendonca, 3 Jack Collins, the captain, 4 Liam Ryan, the goal kicker, 5 Jai McCartney, 6 Lennox Prakash, 7 Aaron O'Keefe, 8 Viggo Rasmussen, 9 Jordan Williams. Okay. We can talk about the Penrith front as well.
Yeah.
But it's a great slide from the South Sydney Rabbitohs. I like Luka Moscow at fullback. It means that they can change him to the wing if they want, when if there's poor performance from the halves or something, or the wing or himself. But then the Penrith one is 1 Joshua Butterfield at 1, 2 Tyler Adamini, 3 Warren Parker, 4 Brody Kennedy, 5 James Thorne, 6 Sean Bradford, 7 Lachlan Martin, 8 Mason Remy, 9 Mark Lee. I think they've got that wrong with Mark. I think Mark Lee will start at 7, because 9 is lock and 7 is the hooker.
Yeah, they've just been talking about that right now in the chat. They just updated it.
Yeah,
so that Mark Lee's in the number 7 jersey.
I
which
think
means
both forward packs are good. I mean, for the four league teams, the forward packs are great.
Yeah.
Also,
They're playing the rookies in the back line, definitely.
yeah, I've been talking with Juan Parker, one of my mates. He's been really excited about getting his debut. He's been waiting for it for a little while now. But
Hang on. So what was he? I know he was a player, but why do you have to wait so long to make his debut then?
I think they just had the positions covered. Really, he's a fullback. Oh, sorry, wing center. So I think they just had the positions covered. But he's been active every week. He came pretty late into the round. I think came round 6 or 7.
So it makes sense. Like you can't. They would have debuted him if he was there like 2 or 3 rounds earlier. So it does make a little sense. Penrith played finals, maybe because they usually don't want to start someone, throw them straight into the action. Their first game. But from what I've learned, I don't want to start someone at like 14 or 15 at somewhere where they don't play because I don't want to make them turn inactive very quickly. That's what I don't like doing.
Well, but if you're, for example, you're a 4, right, and you come out of that 14, 15, 16 position, you're still going to play like 30-ish, 40-ish minutes a game, particularly, I'm just specifically forwards, I'm saying. So, like, if you're a forward and, like, starting on the bench, it's not too bad, but obviously, like, you know, your 9 or your halves or whatever, even your outside backs, unless they get injured, like that will suck a bit if you're starting on the bench, like, every week.
Yeah. But I think you do, unless you're 16 or 17, you will come on automatically as 15 or 14, no matter what position you are, you'll play up prop. And 14, I think, gets a little bit more minutes, I think.
All right. Well, on an ending note, I want to ask you guys, who's one team to watch out for in the nines?
I think
let's avoid bias for us boys. Yeah.
Let's avoid bias. There's 3 Rabbitohs in here. Let's not avoid bias. I think Panthers are actually a team to watch. Huge team to watch with that side. Brody Kennedy in the halves with Fawn and Kennedy in the halves is going to be so lethal. But Butterfield at fullback, that's going to be an amazing side to watch.
I like that.
I like that.
I think the Broncos actually have a pretty strong side as well. Pete Ferretto, Jackson Allison. Like it's not the best probably, but it's probably the one that you got to watch out for because if you make a couple mistakes, they'll get on top of you very quickly.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to say the Cows. You know, they lost like so many of their integral players that I really don't know how they're gonna go, and that's interesting. So,
yeah.
I mean, I gotta say the Broncos too. I really like their squad.
Yeah.
I think they can cause some trouble.
But I do think they do. I definitely do think they can. But I just don't see. I can't see their halves. I don't really want to be rude, but I don't really rate Raymond as much as most people do. I don't really rate him as much as most people do. I don't think he had a brilliant season 1. So he's going to have to carry that halves partner with Sam Robinson, who's never played halves in the SRL before. So that's a huge job.
Also, we should probably be looking out for. It is the Cowboys. Yeah, we should probably be looking out for the Cowboys with Kaye coming in.
Yep.
Could make a major impact on that. Not only the 9 side because he'll probably be starting there, but depending on how well he does in the 9 side, the Cowboys could be the team to look out for with him in the halves.
Yeah, I don't. Unless the Cowboys rapidly improve, I don't see the Cowboys contending for a 4 spot. I just can't see them contending for 4. I can see them contending for the 5th or 6th spot, but I can't see them getting higher than that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's finish the episode up. Great episode. for 5th episode. I can't even remember what episode we're at, but great 5th episode, and we are gonna wrap it up here.
Okay, thanks for having me.